Hello everyone, I am Snappy Cappy, non-professional astrologer and oracle reader, back with another oracle video. We are now in Leo season, which means that the Leo new moon is just around the corner, occurring on July 28th at 10:54 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And with an upcoming new moon, that means another new oracle moon reading. I also want to remind everyone that whenever I'm doing an oracle reading that's based on the phases of the moon, I like to use the Moonology Oracle deck by Yasmin Boland, which is an amazing deck. But anyways, we are approaching the Leo new moon, which is a time for us to reinvent our creative talents and to learn how to open up our hearts more and maybe even gain new friendships. Like how it was for my previous oracle videos, I will be drawing 3 cards for each element, fire, earth, air, and water signs, and then offering an explanation as to what those cards represent, as well as offering some guidance and advice. And like I always say, please don't just check out the one for your sun sign, please also check out the ones that are for your moon sign and your rising sign, especially your rising sign. Alright, so the first one, and I like to go in order in case you haven't noticed, I am starting with the fire signs. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, sun, moon, and or rising, I will become a professional one day. So for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, sun, moon, and or rising, what is your message for this Leo new moon? Let us see. Alright, fire signs, here is your first card, and that is the new moon in Leo. Confidence is key. Very spot on, might I add. The second card is the, wow, full moon in Leo. Don't let your pride get in the way. Isn't it amazing when everything synchronizes? These are fire signs, Leo's a fire sign, and you literally just got the new moon and full moon in Leo card. Wow, I'm proud of this video already. And then the third one is the full moon in Aquarius. Show the world the real you. Okay, so the thing, besides the obvious that pops up, that is amazing. But what also stands out is the fact that, okay, so there's 2 Leo cards, but then there's also the Aquarius card. Leo and Aquarius are each other's polar opposite. So that's just the other thing that stands out to me. So let me just first talk about these Leo cards, right? For you fire signs, so obviously Leo is all about confidence. Leo, even if you don't naturally feel like a confident person, it is all about faking it until you making it. Maybe there's something that's coming up that's just making you a little bit nervous. Well, you know, right now is the best time to not show people how you're truly feeling. It's all about this big sun Leo type energy. But a big thing, so even though it says confidence is key, at the same time, what Leo is also most known for is kind of having a big ego and, you know, pride getting in their own way. So you just got to find that right type of balance, you know. I have a feeling that maybe some of you are gonna want to probably socialize a little bit more, even if you don't mean to. You probably are gonna find yourself surrounded by others, because Leo, like I always say whenever it comes to the archetype of Leo, whether you're trying or you're not, people just naturally gravitate towards you. So I find that this could be a time or an event where just you might not just be having like quiet time, you know what I mean? People are just going to keep knocking at your door, ringing up your phone, whether it's your personal life or your workspace. I can just see you having like a very busy time. And maybe for some of you who might not be so much on the confident side, this could be your time to shine, which is where this full moon in Aquarius card comes in, showing the world the real you. I see this as like making a good first impression, or even just warming up to people that you haven't felt that you were quite so close to in the first place. Also with these Leo cards, what I'm seeing here, Leo is also all about vanity. They love, you know, dressing up like very aesthetically pleasing. The energy of Leo likes to put in a lot of effort into how they look. So maybe this is also a time for you fire signs to revamp your wardrobe, revamp your look, changing up your hairstyle, changing up your makeup style, just changing like all around your whole like aesthetic vibe. With the Leo cards, just, you know, I just see this as a time of socializing, building your confidence, and like I said at the beginning of the video, gaining new friendships. Maybe even rekindling old friendships that you used to, have great vibes with in the past. But also, this is a time to not come off as cocky either. What I almost forgot about Aquarius, so with this Aquarius card, like I've mentioned before, Aquarius is this very humanitarian type sign. And I will mention this in my Aquarius video that I have yet to upload. But basically Aquarians, even though unlike Leo loves being around people. Leos love building that type of connection. They want to be around as many people as possible. But even though Aquarius loves helping out people, they just don't want to be a part of that. They don't want to be dragged into the lives, the personal lives of other people. So yeah, this could be a little bit of an overwhelming time. But since they are polar opposites already, Aquarius and Leo, it's all about finding that balance. So once again, socializing, building up confidence, helping out people when they need it. Especially with those two Leo cards, I'm just reading full blown out warm energy, especially since Leo rules the heart. It's just giving that type of cozy, warm, energetic vibes. All right, next drawings are for the earth signs, so Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, sun, moon, and or rising. Let us see what the Leo new moon has in store for you guys. All right, earth signs, your first card that is being pulled, it is the third quarter moon. Adjustments are required. Up next is the second card, which is the full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches a resolution. And then the third card pulled is the new moon in Scorpio. Work through your fears. So looking at all these cards, I am sensing a theme of, to me, especially with the third quarter moon, maybe something in your life has been going well, things have been going good, but sometimes either things are too good to be true or things are not all as they seem to be. And with the third quarter moon, I want to coincide it with the Scorpio moon. To me, with these cards appearing side by side, it kind of reads into like I stated before, maybe things just felt too perfect, and now maybe there's a little bit of a reality check, and the universe is wanting you to realize maybe you are very scared of how this could turn out, for better or for worse, but you're gonna have to waddle through the mud in order to get to the other side where it's nice and sunny and clear. And so, like I did with one of my last videos, it's kind of like you do the math. So these two cards is what's going to equal this card, the personal issue reaching its resolution. And like I've stated, I feel like this card was pulled in one of my other videos, but Scorpio is the sign of rebirth and transformation. So even though maybe what's in front of you is not what you're looking for, you just got to realize that Scorpio is a force to be reckoned with, essentially. If any of you, earth signs, earth placements, have been feeling just like anger towards somebody, just this bitterness, or if you've been feeling this bitterness towards anybody, somebody, this is a time and maybe you should let that go. Scorpio is all about holding on to things that are probably useless to hold on to, even though it feels good to hold that grudge inside. But honestly, you're just hurting yourselves more. And with the third quarter moon, of course, obviously just reevaluating the situation, looking at things over and over and over, and trying to look at what it is that you couldn't see that was there before. And with the card, that's letting you know that something is about to reach a resolution. Given that this is the full moon in Cancer card, this just means that there's a high probability that whatever is, there's needing to be adjustments on. Since it's happening in Cancer, that just means that this has a probability of this issue or barrier or whatever you want to call it. It's going to occur in the home, in the household, so in a familial setting. So maybe it has to do with your spouse, it has to do with your significant other, family, such as siblings or parents, or maybe even distant relatives or even kids. So for you earth signs, what I'm getting the vibe of each of these cards is it more than likely has to do in a familial setting, such as home, and having there be a new plan, even if that new plan might involve having to face your fears. All right, up next are the card pulls for the air signs. So Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. What is the message that the universe has in store for you for this Leo new moon? All right, air placements. The first card that's drawn for you is the fixed moon. Hold your vision. The second card pulled for you guys is the full moon in Aries. A fiery climax approaches. And then the third card for you guys is the full moon in Pisces. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. All right, air signs. So the whole vibe that I'm getting, like I've said before for earth signs, the whole vibe I'm getting for you guys, especially with the fixed moon and the full moon in Aries. So Aries is a sign that loves to chase. It loves to go after the things it wants to go after. Aries is all about starting new goals and new challenges. And something that Aries doesn't like being told is no. And that's where this card ends. So the fixed moon, so like I said, Aries is a cardinal sign. Aries likes to start things, but fixed signs, they like, just like as this card states, holding on to that vision. Stay stubborn. If you have a dream, if there's something that you are truly chasing after, even if it might be reckless, just be careful. If it seems like it's too much of a risk for everybody, but you find that it's where you want to go towards, hold on to that vision. Just hold tightly onto that dream, hold tightly onto your goals. Don't listen to anybody. But of course within reason, because this is the full moon in Aries, and Aries, you know, is very hot-headed. So this could mean that maybe you need to step back just a little bit. Maybe you are kind of going a little bit too overboard with what it is that you are doing. And like I said, Aries always likes to draw itself towards recklessness. So even though it is good to hold on to that vision, you also want to be mindful of where you're taking your steps towards. But with this full moon in Pisces, Pisces is all about feeling our emotions. It's all about settling back, taking your time, and feeling all you want to feel. And definitely with Aries, even though it's a fire sign, Aries tends to actually feel a lot. They just like to express it with explosive anger half the time. But Pisces is asking you basically in a scenario of sit on your comfiest pillow, get into position, and meditate. Get in touch with your chakras, put on some music, grab your crystals, surround yourself with candles. But obviously the message of this card is balancing spirituality with practicality. Pisces likes to have its head in the clouds. It likes to have all that escapism. But at the same time, we don't want to get too lost in the clouds to where we're just floating away. So even though it might seem contradictory that this is a water card that's pulled, and typically water is not very grounded, it's usually earth signs that are grounded, this is still a message that you need to ground yourself more. So essentially with the theme that I'm sensing through all three of these cards, you have Aries that's wanting to chase after things, then you have the full moon in Pisces where it's balancing both vision and practicality. But what ties it all together is the fixed moon. So when I'm seeing the Pisces moon with the fixed moon, it's like obviously when you're meditating, you're envisioning in your head, you're having this picture of what it is that you're focusing on to help you feel calm. But with the Aries card involved, this just is letting me know that it's all about chasing after goals. But again, be careful about overstepping your own boundaries, and just remember to breathe in and breathe out. Because as long as you're holding that vision, it doesn't matter whether you're going fast or slow. Take your time when you need it. You don't want to put that pressure on yourself. All right. And last but certainly not least, the card pulls for the water signs. So Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. What are the cards? What is your guys' message from the universe for this Leo new moon? All right, water placements. So the first card for you guys is the new moon in Libra. A new romantic cycle begins. Second card pulled for you guys is the fixed moon, hold your vision. And then the third card pulled for you guys is the new moon. A new start is coming. All right, so sometimes when I see certain cards that tell a sequence, I kind of get all nerded out. So, but anyways, okay, let's just start with the new moon in Libra. Obviously, Libra is all about partnership It doesn't like to be alone. It likes to surround itself with like-minded individuals. So whether it's platonic or romantic, but this is obviously indicating romanticism, there could be someone new popping into your life. And it works with water signs because water signs, especially with Pisces, tend to be one of the most hopeless romantics ever. And then also, I think it's amplified by the new moon card. So whenever this card is pulled up, obviously new moons are a time of new beginnings, fresh and clean slates. This paired with this is a near guarantee that there is the high likelihood that someone is going to come into your life. Now keep in mind, that does not necessarily mean that it's going to probably work out in the long run. Because just because you are meeting someone or you're starting this fling with someone or you're starting to date this person, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be long-term or it's going to work out in our favor. This just means that this is a likelihood of, hey, you might be introduced to someone and that someone might have your attention. And of course, the fixed moon popped up. So if you happen to have both air and water placements in your big three, pay attention to it more. This is just letting me know that maybe it really all depends. Maybe you're someone that has vowed to not go back in the dating scene, but maybe there's kind of that stubbornness that's sticking out and no, this is an opportunity. I'm gonna go ahead and possibly make something happen with this person. Or it could also mean, because it's a fixed card, again, fixed, this is giving me a possible long-term happening, maybe, because it's a fixed sign. Again, fixed signs are very stubborn. They want to stay intact to what is there already. So maybe this doesn't have to include a new genuine relationship. Maybe it has to do with maybe you are in a relationship already and you just want to take a step further, maybe moving in, maybe having there be an engagement, maybe there's a wedding happening around the corner. Or possibly maybe there's been considerations of having there be some ties being cut, and maybe there is that internal struggle of, well, because fixed is stubborn, you want to try to possibly, even though it might not be as good to stay in with whoever it is that you're with, you want to try to make it work anyways. But if that is the case, there is this new moon card. New chapters happen all the time. So invest your time maybe in the future with someone new. The overall vibes of these cards for you water signs, mostly it's just romance. I'm sorry I can't be much more descriptive and detailed than what I'm giving out because these are only oracle cards, not tarot, which would give you the whole picture, but I'm hoping that at least this had you guys feel a little bit excited if this has been what you've been looking for a while. So those were the words and messages that I had for you guys for this reading for this particular moon phase. I hope that at least for some of you, after seeing these cards, that things feel at least a little bit cleared up and that there has been some reassurance and encouragement. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have a blessed new moon. And until I upload the next time, please be sure to hit the subscribe button as it adds additional support onto my channel. Also, make sure to like, be sure to share, and until then, take care.